I've been trying to film this for like 2 hours and I can't get anything done because I hate myself. I am sorry about that. We're just gonna ignore the fact that I've been gone for like 10 months and I pretended this video existed before it actually existed because I thought that was gonna motivate me to make a video, but that's not how reality works.
If I had a world of my own, everything would be nonsense. Nothing would be what it is, because everything would be what it isn't. And contrariwise, what it is, it wouldn't be. And what it wouldn't be, it would.
Okay, so first of all, I want to say that I'm proud of you because I am assuming that you clicking on this video means you are looking for therapy or are considering therapy. So yeah, you're doing great, sweetie. I know it's already difficult to accept help, and reaching out for help is actually like a whole nother story. People forget or maybe just don't even understand the mental and physical energy it takes to actually do these things. So I'm proud of you for being here, and I hope I can make these steps easier for you. Feeling alone is already difficult enough, okay? So I'm taking some stress off your shoulders. I got you. When someone brings up therapy, one of the first things that comes up is 1, crazy, and then 2, money. So therapy is expensive, and yeah, it is. It can be. But there are alternatives. They might not be ideal, like some of these places, they won't be able to diagnose you, but they will be able to guide you in certain routes and make it easier for you. This might be a lot of information to take in, and I know when you're in a certain mindset, a lot of information just sounds like static and stuff like that. So I mean, I just suggest that you're doing great by clicking this video. If you need to pause, rewatch it, or take notes, like go ahead and do that. Like take your time. First up is 211 or 211.org. It's an established hotline that connects communities to government agencies. What? It's an established hotline that will connect you to community or government agencies, okay? So you call and you basically tell them what you want and they'll tell you what to do. Most of the time it's free. It can go from food, shelter, healthcare, and obviously mental health services. The only thing about this one is that there's usually a very long waiting list. So if for some reason you got diagnosed and couldn't continue the treatment or anything like that, you can let them know that you're diagnosed with so-and-so, and they might have a specific place for your for people with your diagnosis. So obviously it narrows it down for you. They do also offer like support groups, so if you're not able to do one-on-one therapy, you might be able to do group therapy or go to a place where people have similar experiences and just like hang out. I know how awkward that sounds, but it's honestly like super helpful. If I hadn't found like the BPD community, I don't know where I would be right now. I felt so alone, and it does wonders. Give it a try, and if you don't like it, okay, but if you haven't tried it, do it. I'm sorry, it's taking way too long to film this. Everything hurts, and I promised myself I would get it done.
Alrighty then.
Second would be pro bono or sliding scale fee therapy. So as part of mental health professionals' code of ethics, they're strongly encouraged to take on like 2 or 3 pro bono cases to be of service to the community. This goes for the sliding scale fee as well. They might have one set already to serve you, or you might have to negotiate it. But basically all this translates to same quality therapy, but on the low or for free. You have nothing to lose by emailing or calling a couple, maybe even bougie therapists, because I mean these services literally exist for people under your circumstances, so you might as well just take the risk. Worst case scenario, they say no and they're just gonna refer you to somebody else, so you might as well just give it a try. Number 3 is school. There is 2 options here. You can check your local university and see if they have a graduate training clinic. So for like future therapists and psychologists, they'll most likely offer low cost or free therapy. I know it's kind of sketchy to get therapy from a student, but they do work under the supervision of a professional. Hello. Pinky has entered the chat. Alright, you sit. Not only that, they're probably going to be super hyped to help you. And not only that, they're probably going to be super hyped to help you since it's all fresh on their mind and they have like 0 clients to worry about. Sounds like a good deal to me. Second option there would be straight up just going to your school's counselor. As a student, you are entitled to a couple sessions. They might not be able to diagnose you, but it's somebody to talk to and they'll be able to give you some resources. Number 4 is the Employee Assistant Program. Not all jobs offer this, but you can always ask your boss or contact HR directly. You may qualify for a couple sessions of therapy, maybe even like hospitalization or wellness classes or anything like that. It just depends on what they offer, but you do have to fill out a bunch of paperwork. That's the only thing about it. People are hesitant to take this route because they fear that their coworkers or their boss is going to find out. But if you contact HR directly, you can tell them to keep everything confidential, so they'll take care of that for you. Listening ears and shit like that, obviously not everybody can control that, but bro, like if somebody gets in your business, just fuck them, because you've got enough shit to worry about, honey. Number 5 is online therapy. So it's usually a lot cheaper than in-person therapy, and they offer free consultations most of the time. Plus it's like super convenient. I use Teladoc personally, and I've had therapy sessions at home, my car, which I don't recommend, but the fact that I can do that is dope as fuck. Going to a therapist in person is cool too, but therapy does cause growing pains. And sometimes when I'm leaving the office, I have to drive home, and I'm just like not in the mindset to drive because I need to rest. And online therapy, I can do it at home. I can make sure that I have my appointment on the day where I don't have to go to work, and I can chill and cry at home with my dog. And apparently you can text your therapist now. It used to be just video chat and phone calls, but texting, I mean, that's just a lot easier for some people. I personally started with video chats, but then due to technical difficulties, my therapist asked me to do a phone call, and I actually like have stuck to it since then because it's just easier for me to open up for some reason. But yeah, fun fact. Plus, you can pick your therapist, like Rate My Professor. I don't know if everybody uses that, but ratemyprofessor.com is just literally you put your professor's name, and it's like 5 stars, 4 stars, whatever. So on the apps, usually you can pick your therapist, and they'll have like a little bio, and you can always look up reviews. On Teladoc, I know they have the bio, and then I personally go and look at reviews. But I mean, there are different websites. They might have an easier way to rate them. But I don't know, man. Online therapy is pretty cool. I love it. I'm gonna link a list in the description for different websites. I'd also have a promo code or whatever from one of my favorite podcasts. I'm not sponsored by anybody, but they are, and they're awesome, and you get 10% off your first month on BetterHelp. Number 6 is insurance. So if you have health insurance and you're not sure if mental health is covered, you can ask if behavioral health is covered, and mental health usually falls under that. This whole process could be a bit tedious. I've done it a couple times, but I mean, it's worth it. So first you would contact member services either on the website or over the phone. They'll give you a list of providers, and then you do have to call each provider. Even if the website says they're under their contract or whatever, Some offices forget to update their tax ID numbers, so I would call them and double check that they take your insurance, and then go from there and make your appointment and blah 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 blah. I'm sorry, not blah blah blah. So if they say yes, ask if you have to pay anything out of pocket, and just keep looking until you find someone that works for you, like distance wise, and like if you prefer someone like a female or male or somebody like somebody with a specific culture like background or whatever, go ahead, pick and choose whoever you're most comfortable with, because in the end it's all for you. Okay, you can also check if you have out-of-network benefits. This means the provider that you want to see isn't accepting or doesn't have a contract with the insurance you have, but they're still agreeing to see you. So you do have to fill out some paperwork in order to get reimbursed, either partially or fully. For this, I recommend asking for an itemized, like coded medical receipt, like the most specific medical receipt you can get, because sometimes they'll try to charge you for things that they didn't do. Kind of like in that episode of Better Call Saul. I don't know if y'all saw that, but they were scamming the old ladies. Don't let them scam you. And last but not least is the listening services. Yeah, that's a thing. Professional listeners, to be exact. These are not designed to deal with people who require a mental health professional or medical intervention. They're literally professional listeners, also known as just someone you can talk to, get everything off your chest in a safe, nurturing, and non-judgmental environment. Kind of like a therapist, but without like the professional setting. Sometimes you just need somebody to talk to that isn't your friend or your family, because they'll either give you unsolicited advice or talk about their experiences when you're trying to talk about yours. They just won't give you that space, and these services are exactly for that. You can Google more options, but there are a couple apps like Talk Life, 7 Cups, and SUP. Like literally SUP. Well, that is all I've got for you. I do want to say, don't let one bad experience define the rest. It took me like 6 to 10 tries to find a therapist that worked for me. So whether it's trying different therapists or trying different options, it's worth it, I promise. Don't deny yourself happiness. Again, I hope I helped you one way or another. If you do end up trying any of these and would love to share your story, then I would love to hear from you. I will be making a video on first appointments, hopefully soon and not next year. But until then, keep doing what you're doing, because, dude, watching this video is already a win. I'm very proud of you. Keep going.